Hello, welcome again everyone to VibeLamp podcast, and this is our fourth episode.
Whoa.
Unbelievable, but here we are. We welcome you guys again, and as we've said on the last video about comfort zone and change, we will talk about failure and success.
Yes.
And I think we have almost similar opinions on what we're gonna talk about. Maybe you guys too. So we'll just go directly into it. I think most of us have already known many facts about failures and success. Why are we terrified of failure?
Yeah.
I think we all know that in order to succeed, there's no such thing as success without failure.
Yeah, it's not logical.
So mostly failures are accommodated with disappointments, frustrations,
Exactly.
stress. Everyone faces it every day. Anxiety, and of course the use of energy. We don't want to waste our energy. We are fearful of maybe this is just a waste of time, waste of energy.
And sometimes we connected failure with defeated, which is a totally different.
Yeah.
Now you might be failing, but it doesn't mean you are defeated.
That's the thing. People completely separate the two. Success means you win. Failure means you lose. But for us, or for other people out there, success is a win. Losing means learning. That is when we
True.
ponder.
That's exactly.
And that is how we need to frame our mindset.
Yeah.
Most often times we just think of failure, lose. And that demotivates us
Yes.
to keep on trying.
Because how are you going to be successful without failing? What does it mean to you to be success without knowing the struggle that you are going through to reach that level of life?
So there are so many things that we fear for and give us anxiety that prevent us from being successful. I think that's one of the reasons why only a few people are successful today, is because most of us, the majority of the society,
We choose.
not to face it.
Yeah.
And he said a while ago that we quit too early.
Too early.
Now, there are times where quitting is great. We
Right.
should quit early
Yes.
before we fail even worse. And that's when we need to really determine
What situation are you in
can I
right now?
quit? Yeah, what situation are you in right now, and is it the right situation or time for you to quit? Is this really something that is worth pursuing or not?
Yes.
And you will only know if it's worth pursuing or not when you know the why. We talked about that in number 2. When you know the why. Why are you trying to be successful?
Like the analogy of waging war with another country. Example, if I am a small country, the president of a small country, and he is the president of a powerful country, would I be foolish enough to challenge him without having thought of what it's going to cost me?
Yeah.
And if I go to war with him,
Will I succeed?
will I succeed? So if not, it's best to quit ahead of time.
Exactly. And it will require a lot of analyzation. It will require a lot of decisiveness in order to know, is this really worth going for or not?
Yes. So our point is that we are not generalized every
Yes.
movement, every situation.
It's not always black
Yes.
and white.
We just want to remind you that there is no success
Without
failures.
In short, failure is not the opposite of success.
Yes.
It is part of success. It is a
True.
quote that we have seen many times, and we have been encouraged through this quote. Because in fact, it really is part of success. We just sometimes don't think about it.
Yes.
Or sometimes it's not in our head that, failure is actually part of success. We
Yes.
just think failure is lose.
Yes,
That's
we always view it that way, and that's why that is why We are so terrified of it.
And it affects our minds. That mindset, it affects how we do things. It affects our emotions, and it affects whether, it will really help us, let's say, pave the way of our succeeding or not.
Exactly.
So
now we are trying to shift our mind to view that failures and success, they are going the same direction.
Yeah. So
it's not one or the other.
Yes.
It's both. Without experience failures, how are you going to enjoy success? Or can you really make sense of it?
Can you enjoy?
Yeah. If your success is easily grabbed,
what's the point?
Can that call success?
Yeah. Can that?
Or just I don't know how to call it.
Sure,
I have no idea how to call it.
It can be success, but where's the sense in it? Like, when you face obstacles, when you are able to conquer things that you thought was unconquerable or that was hard to conquer, you feel much better, or you feel that accomplishment of conquering it. So really, success makes us, let's say, if we change our mindset or frame of mind about failure, it motivates us more.
Yes.
It keeps us being enthusiastic.
Yes.
Sometimes if we frame our mind to just keep on framing it as failure means lose, of course we will be demotivated. We will not feel enthusiastic. We'll just want to give up.
Yes, because if you think failures is the end, then it's the end.
Indeed. So let us change our frame of mind. We're gonna talk more about mindset continuously through our podcast, because it is one of the let's say foundation of our podcast, talking about mindset. We're trying to help you and us change our frame of mind in order for us to achieve something greater, in order for us to grow.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I've learned, I've heard people say it, is that when you fail, or maybe when you fail, we let's say we accommodate it with falling. When you fall, don't fall backward. Don't fail backwards.
Exactly.
Fall forwards. Fail forward. Because you're not trying to go back. You want to go forward. You're trying to move forward, not go back to where you once were.
Yes.
So when you choose to fail forward, it means you're choosing to accept your failures, to learn from your failures, and you're choosing to make it a step going forward.
True.
In your,
you take time to reflect on this mistake, these failures. What happened? Why it didn't work out? Is there something wrong with the plan?
Exactly.
Is there something wrong? Because sometimes, maybe because we didn't plan well.
Yeah.
Or sometimes things just happen, like we always say, and things just happen.
When that happens, we are prone often to blame ourselves or to blame people around us. And from the things that I've learned is, it's a fact. We always blame this or that. It can, most of the time, it's human nature. But that is something that we need to put our focus out of. From the books that I've read, the one we mentioned, the Miracle Morning, and other, I think, authors out there, or people out there who are trying to be successful or are successful, they often say that it's easy to complain, but we should focus on finding the remedy.
Yes.
Everyone can complain, but if you just choose to complain and do whatever, just put the blame on others, point fingers, you're not gonna move forward.
That is true. When you see that other is the problem, you cannot fix it. It means when you complain about your life because of other people have done this, they're doing this,
your environment,
they caused this, your society, your country, the world, unless you realize that you can only make a difference when you start to taking on the responsibility of your action. That's when you can move forward. If you keep on complaining, if you only think that because of other people that caused this situation to happen to your life, you will remain there because you don't see your own fault. You see others, and when you see others fall, why would you change?
Exactly.
You have to change other people, which is impossible to change other people behavior. You can only change yourself.
People tend to blame others or yourselves, but I think what we should focus on is trying to learn from those failures.
Yes, whether it's because of other people or yourself, learn from it.
Try to learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a quote where a mistake is only a mistake if you don't learn from it.
True.
So yeah, you made a mistake. It's fine, right?
But what have you learned from it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you don't learn anything from it, or you did not try to learn anything from it, that's definitely a mistake. So now, as we said, we may not be qualified if you are viewing us. We're not saying we're qualified to give you, I guess, the recipe for success to be wealthy. Because in most people's perception, in the general perception of success, or the word success, is that
to have everything.
To have everything.
Yeah.
To have a lot of money, to have great cars, or something that makes you powerful.
Yeah.
And for the world, money is power.
Yeah, and it could be work. I mean, it could work for you. My point is that my success could be very different from your success. So it's up to you to figure out what it is that you can determine that it is your achievement, your successful journey. I cannot compare myself to Bill Gates. If I want to be success as Bill Gates, I'm not sure. I'm being negative to myself. I'm not sure if it is possible for me to do that. Because, there's a lot of fact that I could tell that I cannot do as what he did. But it doesn't mean that's what is my goal. That is what is my dream. Because our goal and dream could be different. And therefore, our meaning of success is also different.
It depends on our whys. Do we really need this? Do we really want this? Is this really our desire? Why are we pursuing this? Why are we pursuing this journey?
Yes.
And that's why that's what differentiates successful people from people who are just settling for what they have.
Yeah.
Do you really want to settle with what you have right now? If you are on your way, if you are happy, great, that's great. But if you know you can do so much more, if you know that this is not what's in store for you, then I think you have to face, your fears of failure.
Yes.
You need to go out there and do what it is, or do what it takes to achieve what you really want. Because when you determine what you really want, then you will really try to find ways in what to do it. We've already discussed this in our second episode. So now as we've mentioned, we have different perception of success. We've already said that maybe for you, your big success is achieving this, achieving that. And there's also one important thing that we also should think about, is about our little success.
Yes.
Little success. What do we mean by little success? Meaning the success that we are able to achieve or get while on our journey to our big success or a big goal.
Your illustration of being level 10.
Yes.
Or level 100.
For example, in a game, or maybe say in a game, but you can treat it as life, we want to get level 100, the tip top, our peak. But in order to get there, we need to cross these levels. We need to attain these levels.
1, 2, 3.
So, for example, maybe you only are able to reach level 10 when you wanted to reach 100 in maybe a month. Does that mean you fail? You can say you fail. Yeah.
You didn't reach there yet. Doesn't mean you failed.
Exactly. You may have failed from your ultimate goal, but this is a success because you moved
from one.
You've reached from one to another. You've reached a part of what will be a contribution to your success. Level 10 is what you need in order to get level 11, level 12, level 20, level 30, and level 100. And you can only be able to get level 10 if you try. If you actually try to do something. And one of the most important things in order to get success is not only failure, but trying.
Yeah.
Trying.
Trying.
It's the most underrated word, I guess, for people who are trying to improve and trying to grow is trying. We don't try because we're scared.
Yeah. We don't try because we're scared of failing.
We're scared of the uncertain, right?
Yeah.
And how will we learn when we're not able to get failures?
Yeah.
And how will we be able to be successful if we don't have failures? And we can only get those by trying.
Yes. That's why we remind you to celebrate every moment, every step you are taking forward. Imagine who you were before, and look where you are now. If you see a big difference, a big positive change, celebrate it. Tell yourself you did good.
By big, you mean that it may not be big, like very visible, but you are able to see a fragment that you actually improved a little bit, maybe in speaking, maybe for us, maybe in editing, and maybe playing instrument, even just a little. That is successful.
Yeah.
That is a fragment of your success.
It's a part.
Yeah, it's a part of your success.
Your journey, of your life, of your next goal.
When you have that mindset, it is so invigorating. It motivates you so much. It's what most people are missing, because they try to focus so much on what they want, on that one scenery, but they fail to see the big picture. What completes the painting?
Yeah.
And since we're always almost close to our end, one quote or one saying that I've read in a book, The Miracle Morning, is from a person, I forgot his name, but he said that, in a paraphrased version, he said, your level of success will never exceed your level of personal development.
I think that's Jim Rohn. I could be wrong.
Maybe this is Jim Rohn, but
yeah,
your level of success will not exceed your level of personal development. That's why personal development is very important. How you push yourself, how you grow as a person, what you become. Because when you grow as a person, when you are much better than you were before, then success will follow. Then relationships will follow. Then opportunities will follow. And when you are at that level of personal development where you can take on those things, that is when success flowers.
So now, actually, we can wrap up with this idea.
Yeah.
Failing, it's a part of journey that's shaping you, developing you, building you to be a better person. So realize of what you want, what you have, what is your dream, and then allow yourself to step out, to face the uncertainty, to face failures, to embrace it. It's cliche, but
yeah,
you have to embrace it. You have to be willing to learn from it. It's painful, it's hard, it's frustrating. Sometimes it could be embarrassing, but that's part of our life. Even for us, every day we have to keep on reminding ourselves that way, keep that mindset forward. Because every time when we hit a brick wall, we also want to quit. We also want to fall back. We don't want to achieve our goal anymore because the pain right now, it's so real. Yeah. The struggle is so real, so we lose sight of our dream, our goal. But we have to remind ourselves that this is part of it, and it's only temporary.
Indeed. Yeah. We will always face struggles and obstacles, but it's always great to have that goal, to want something, to succeed in something. So it's very important, your perception of failure and your mindset of what success is, or what success are, maybe big or little success, it's very important. So make sure you choose what things may be successful for you, what things are not.
Yeah, you have it must be something meaningful to you. It's not about something that others want you to have. It's about you. Don't chase others people's dreams.
But as we've also said, make sure you plan.
Yes,
You know what you're doing. Keep on.
keep on.
So
That's it. I think this is the shortest episode so far,
maybe not.
but we hope it is helpful.
Yes, we may have been scrambling a little bit because, I mean, this topic has been talked about by so many people, but it's just giving our own opinion, our perceptions of how we are able to elaborate more through our, I guess, understanding of it.
True. And don't just stop here watching us. Go learn from other people.
Take action.
There are many people who are so freaking smart and intelligent that you can learn from. Even us,
Exactly.
we are learning. We are keeping on learning from other people.
We are just part of the spread.
Yeah.
We are just here to spread information and love to those who may not be, aware.
Yeah, but do not only consume information.
Use
Action.
it. Action.
Yes.
So, thank you so much for watching this 4th episode of VibeLamp podcast.
And thank you for joining with us.
Yes, and do keep in tune as always on the next episodes in Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud. So,
we love you guys. Hey,
supporting
thank
us.
you.
We love you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.